Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's unseen video. This way we round up all the big talking points from social media and we have got so much to get through. There's been so many interviews and so many quotes that we've just got so much to talk about. We need to get straight into it. You might remember in a recent unseen, we was talking about how there were rumors that Sami Zayn is no longer down or scheduled to be winning the Royal Rumble. We heard those rumors were that Roman Reigns was now in line to win the Royal Rumble. Well, we've actually heard more on that front coming from WrestleVotes Radio and Fightful Select. They are also saying that Sami Zayn is not now scheduled to win the Rumble. They're not saying Roman is, though. They're saying Bron Breakker is reportedly the current favorite, right? So we are hearing a few different thoughts, few different rumors. What I would say on this is I very much lean this way. WrestleVotes Radio, Fightful Select, we know how reliable they are. So Bron Breakker is the name they are reporting. So very, very interesting. I don't have a reason to disbelieve this. It obviously does not look good for Sami Zayn, though. As we said, we were talking about that the other day. He was in the running. He was one of the favorites. But I think there's been a change of direction, what with Roman Reigns, maybe making himself more available. Word on the street is that he's decided to not kind of get into Hollywood at this stage, like what people were expecting. It looked like there was a lot of opportunities for Roman, but it looks like he still wants to do some stuff with wrestling first. And so because he is so available, it seems like we might not be done with Roman at the top of WWE just yet. So obviously bad news for Sami Zayn. So there we go. Bron Breakker, one of the favorites, the current favorite within creative to win the 2026 Men's Royal Rumble from WrestleVotes and Fightful Select. So Christopher, thank you. Right, this coming from the Rich Eisen show. Seth Rollins did an interview there and said that he is on track. The brace came off last week, about the middle of last week. It's nice to walk around like a regular person. So we know that he is targeting a return of February. Seems like he might be on track for that. He also indicated that he will be in attendance for John Cena's final match on December 13th. This doesn't surprise me, to be honest. I think a lot of legends are going to want to be in attendance. There's a lot of people that are very fond of John Cena, a lot of people that have got a lot to really say thank you to John for. You know, he made a lot of people. He put a lot of people on the map. He gave a lot of people their biggest moment in pro wrestling. I think there is a lot of fondness, a lot of respect for John. It's going to be a lot of legends, a lot of wrestling personnel that are going to want to be in attendance. Doesn't surprise me that Seth Rollins is one of those. Okay, here's Bayley. She is doing her big meetup, her big kind of, it's not a convention, is it? Like a seminar, that's the right words, where obviously she has got a load of emerging female talent, including Izzy. You know, Izzy, who was in the crowd at NXT, the young girl who was crying. Like Izzy is one of the names that I spotted. So Izzy is one. I don't really recognize a lot of the other people here because they're all like emerging indie talent. I have seen some people saying about Nikki Blackheart getting mentioned quite a bit. Nikki Blackheart, let's go. So yeah, I've seen a few like names being mentioned, but they're not names that mean anything to me. But what an opportunity and what a wonderful thing for Bayley to do, to actually reach out and for free bring a load of girls, women together, do this kind of seminar where she can pass on some of her knowledge and kind of help these women on their journey. So very, very cool. These pictures dropping just the other day of all of those women meeting up. Okay, Freddie Prinze Jr. used to be a writer in WWE, right? He claims that he has been told that ESPN are not happy with the current deal. So ESPN are so unhappy. I was talking to a friend of mine who works for Disney, and he was like, yo, they'd better make their money back on this deal. They're hot. So, you know, obviously what we hear is very, very different to what gets said behind the scenes. Freddie Prinze Jr. is certainly someone that's connected. So I don't know. Is he telling the truth? I don't really have a reason to disbelieve him. So he's saying he knows people. It seems like ESPN might not be thrilled with that new deal that they signed. Obviously, they are the home for the PLEs in America. You lot in America having to spend, is it like $30 a month so that you can watch them? And seemingly ESPN might be struggling to make their money back on that. Right, Unreal, we've just got a bit of information here. Body Slam Net says R-Truth's contract expiration and the aftermath, along with Seth Rollins' cash-in, so, you know, Seth faking that injury, they're going to get covered in Unreal Season 2. Several superstars will soon begin doing interviews for the season. So, I mean, I'm guessing that's out. I don't know if it'll be out before WrestleMania. Maybe it'll come out, like, at WrestleMania. You know, they always like to have a documentary or a TV series that they can promote that comes out around WrestleMania time. Perhaps that's when this will drop, and it'll feature everything that's kind of all the big things that have happened over the past 12 months. That would make sense. So, yeah, apparently superstars should be getting interviewed for that very, very soon. Lots of interviews have been happening, as we said. We got lots of quotes in this video. So, Johnny, shout out to you. Nick Khan was on Impulsive, and we've got quite a few quotes from Nick Khan in this video. He was talking about Green Shirt Guy, which is going to be really interesting to a lot of you, interesting to me as well. So he said one of the sister companies of WWE and UFC is on location. So basically, Green Shirt Guy pays for his own seats. He pays a premium for those seats on location. That's where he gets the tickets from, and that's how he gets to be front row. So they're just saying that he pays and buys these tickets. What I don't understand, though, is how does he always get those seats front and center? I mean, there's going to be other people that use on location, right? It's going to be other people that get their tickets that way. How are they never front and center? How is it always Green Shirt Guy first? I mean, there must be an arrangement. There must be an agreement that he's got first refusal or something. I mean, there must be something like that. Because otherwise, there's no way he could always get those seats, you know? He's always there, isn't he? You'd think there'd sometimes be 5 or 6 people that would beat him to those seats. But he's always front and center. So if that's true, and he is just buying the tickets, he must have some sort of an arrangement with On Location where he gets, like, first refusal or something. Okay, Logan Paul has spoken about his status with the Vision. He thinks that he is a full-time member of this group now, but he doesn't quite know. He says, you know how things go in pro wrestling, twists and turns. You can get stabbed in the back in a blink of an eye. So he's like, I think I'm full-time with the group, but I didn't have much confidence that he was like, yeah, oh, no, I'm definitely in. So he's under the impression he's in the group. So interesting. We'll have to see. I kind of got the vibe he wasn't sure, like 100%. Hence why he said, you know, things can change in an instant. So there we go. Interesting. Okay, this coming from WrestleVotes Radio on Fightful Select. So Natalya's work as the low-key legend, so Natty, has really caught the attention of upper management, including how well it's been received by fans in person and on social media. The decision was to bring this character to WWE TV with hopes that Natty will be a strong part of the women's division going forward. Now, obviously, we got a glimpse of Natty on Raw during that video package. I've obviously still got big questions about this, like, why was it not Natty that we were building up to get the Intercontinental Championship? This is a woman that, for me, has personified, you know, that Intercontinental Championships. This is the woman I wanted to, like, be the first ever women's Intercontinental Champion. And I was so disappointed when they didn't do that. Now you're building her up and you're introducing this new character. Like, it really feels like she should get that belt. So, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to be doing with her going forward. It's great to see this version of her coming to TV. I suppose it's just watch this space. Okay, John Cena Sr., so John Cena's dad. He has named some people he would like to see be John's last opponent. And this has certainly got a bit of a reaction because these names are a bit out there. Kurt Angle, retired, not in any kind of mental shape to face John Cena, right? Edge, I think is under an AEW contract. If he isn't, AEW are certainly expecting him to sign a new one very, very soon. So don't think he's quite available, right? Jericho, apparently he's not available until next year. And then JBL. I mean, that's just really out there. JBL. So, yeah, there's been a lot of people kind of going, that's a really random list. But that's what John Cena's dad has had to say. We've also got this as well, Ryder, thank you. So, people within WWE reportedly don't love Gunther as the final opponent, right? So, people within WWE don't love it. I know people on the inside don't love it, but they understand it. Gunther has the potential to be a huge heel or babyface if you want for the next 5, 10, maybe 15 years. Probably not that long. Certainly 5, maybe 10, right? If he could be the one to retire John Cena, you would probably take that. It is what it is. So that's coming from WrestleVotes. I mean, yeah. I mean, everyone's got their own thoughts on this, haven't they? Some people are for Gunther being the last opponent. Some people are against Gunther being the last opponent. It doesn't really matter. It feels like this is the direction, doesn't it? This has long been the rumor, and now that tournament has got down to the final 2. It's either going to be Gunther or LA Knight. So it's going to be one of those 2, and we're all expecting, I'm certainly expecting it to be that guy. Right, lots in this folder. Let's get straight into it. Yeah, Larry, thank you. I've had a few people with this as a thought. So, because of what happened at the end of NXT, where there was like a shot of the bridge in the background, right, of the contract signing, which is associated with Tony, there was a package that Ava received on NXT, and we couldn't tell what it was. It was all this kind of ripped up fabric or something. Now I'm starting to get a few people, including Larry, asking, could it be Tony D'Angelo's hat that has been ripped up and then sent to Ava? I mean, could it connect to that bridge that was shown later in the episode? And could it be that we are building towards the return of Tony or some version of Tony? I think it's a good shout, honestly. I think it's a really good shout. So, yeah, that's probably the strongest theory I've seen so far. Okay, we're not going to read all this. This is Bayley. She was on 6 Feet Under, the Undertaker podcast, right? She was saying that Davia was an approved name that she could have had instead of Bayley. She said, I didn't choose Bayley. I remember in NXT, they would give you a list of names. I was given a list of like unisex names. I don't believe I chose Bayley. I just think it was on there. But when they gave me the names, there was like 3 different names. One was Bayley. One was Davia. No, N. So not Davina. It was just Davia, maybe. I was like, that's not even a name. They were trying to help me out and get me to choose, get me close to my indie name. Rob Naylor, who used to work with us, he was like Dusty's right-hand man, said, I don't care for these. Can I send another list? I'm not supposed to tell you, but I want to put you on TV this week. So you need to choose one of these or we're going to have to wait. So I was like, okay, I'll just choose Bayley. So there we go. So, Bayley, they spelled it B-A-I. I said, can I have B-A-Y? Because I'm from the Bay Area. That's good, isn't it? That's fun. Something new to learn. So that was revealed on Undertaker's 6 Feet Under show. She said it blows her mind as well when some talent leave shows rather than stay and watch the others perform. She's like, Cena watches everything. Roman watches everything. These last few years, Seth is always at the monitor if we're doing live events. So, you know, when people come back and ask Seth, oh, what did you think? Then I can hear what he's saying to them, and I'm learning too. But then lately, there's some people that just leave. Then Seth comes back from the main event, and there's no one there. So she's kind of like, it blows my mind that there's not more of that happening backstage where we're like trying to, you know, get and learn from each other, get some of that knowledge, get some of that experience from each other. So interesting. Very interesting. Bayley has opened up on potential plans when she retires. She said, I don't know if creative-wise I'll be in the writer's room, but I could do producing. I tried Monday. I sat for the girls' match with the headset, and I've done that a few times. I think I see myself more as a coach, like open a school. It's very different from producing. And I think we're seeing that, aren't we? I mean, she is doing that seminar So she's already coaching and training and teaching. So she's already showing that that is something that she's very engaged with. We saw this the other day in Unseen, where there was that clip of stop me when you hear a name of a wrestler that's better than you. And as soon as you got to Ric Flair, Roman went, Ric Flair, like that. Well, Rick saw that clip and he was like, thank you for the respect, Roman Reigns. This has to be the biggest compliment I've received in years. So Rick was very appreciative of that. Okay, Andrew Schulz, the comedian guy. Apparently he's made a strong impression with many people in WWE. So expect to see more of Schulz featured in WWE programming as we move forward. That coming from TC of WrestleVotes. Okay, WWE's website has dropped a list of potential identities for the masked attacker at Survivor Series. Little bit irrelevant because we sort of know who it is. Fightful Select reported who it was that was, you know, playing this character. We expect it to be that person as well. I don't really want to ruin it in case anyone doesn't know. The only thing I'll say is the name is on this list. But and I don't expect it to be anyone other than that person. So these are just some names that have gone online. I mean, I suppose they have to do this. They can't presume that everyone has had it spoiled. So it's probably right that they do this. It's just not something that I'm personally very interested in now. But so is it Randy? Is it Austin Theory? Is it Seth? Is it John Cena? Is it LA Knight? Is it Becky Lynch? I flipping doubt it. Is it Sami Zayn? Is it AJ Styles? So that's just a bit of fun that's gone up. And I got tagged in that quite a bit. And apparently they've done a bit of a write-up as to why it could be all of these different people. But as we said, we sort of know who it is already. Right, and just to add to that, Christopher, thank you. Here is some footage. This is the masked person. Okay. This is Survivor Series, and apparently, look, you can sort of just get a bit more of a glimpse of them. Seems like there's some kids that's trying to get a hold of the masked person. Look at that. Unless the kid is like working with them and he's trying to push him back to the backstage area quickly. But I can't tell if he's trying to get a hold of the masked person or what's happening there with that kid. Don't know. There we go. But there is some unseen footage of the masked hooded person from Survivor Series. Okay, more from that impulsive thing. Interview. Nick Khan just commenting on his relationship with Triple H. He said, the only time I get involved in creative is if he calls and asks for my point of view on something, or if I feel really strongly about it. Just if he feels strongly about something on the business side, I want him to call me. I'll talk to Paul like 3-5 times a day, which is a lot. He's been a phenomenal partner, and I love where creative has gone. Well, I'm glad you do, my friend. I'm glad you do. CM Punk said someone very high up in WWE told him not to wear his Macho Man Randy Savage tribute gear, right? He said, I wanted to pay homage to a classic set of gear, right? The pink looks great on me, and this is my homage to the gear that Macho Man wore at WrestleMania 3. I commissioned the gear to make it, the gear maker to make it, and I won't name names, but someone very high in the office walked past and saw it, found me, and said, do not wear that gear on TV. I said, you've got it. And then I wore the gear on TV, because that's what I do. I'm going to pay homage to Randy Savage, whether you like it or not. Now, there's long been a rumor that Randy Savage has been a no-go name backstage. There's even been a rumor that he got with Stephanie when she was young, and that kind of blacklisted him in WWE. That's obviously a big rumor, an old wives' tale. I have no idea if there's any truth to that whatsoever. But how interesting that someone quite high up in WWE said to CM Punk, don't you dare wear that on TV. I mean, I don't know that higher up was Vince. It might not have been, right? It could have absolutely been someone else. But how interesting that he was told, don't you dare wear that on TV. And he was like, no problem, you got it. And then proceeded to wear it anyway. Right, WWE break it down. CM Punk recalls Bray Wyatt, obviously They spent a bit of time together when he was Husky Harris, right? Telling him that they were going to main event WrestleMania one day, both of them, right? I was so upset for Bray because he was being sent back down to developmental. He was in high spirits, though, and he said, hey, don't worry, man. I'm going to go back there and I'm going to figure myself out, and boy, did he. Because he was Husky Harris, he went back to developmental, and then that's when he would become the Bray Wyatt that we know and love. And he said, I'm going to come back up here, and someday me and you are going to main event WrestleMania. And I thought that was really cool. And honestly, who knows? Who knows where we would be now with Bray if Bray had stayed with us. And, you know, Punk came back, and perhaps that vision could have come true. So, heartbreaking, isn't it? Heartbreaking. Okay, John Cena, this is no surprise to me, but it's, you know, something that comes up in our streams quite a bit. John Cena says he is absolutely 100% done as a WWE superstar after his final match at Saturday night's main event on December 13th. He said this has really never been done in WWE history. WWE superstars don't necessarily retire. They kind of hang on for like one more match. I am absolutely 100% done. The 13th of December on Peacock is my last in-ring performance. I will never wrestle again. That's what he said on Jimmy Kimmel. And this is really interesting. This is the last thing we got in our other folder. A new federal lawsuit got filed on Tuesday, right? So a federal lawsuit, big deal, got filed on Tuesday. It accuses WWE, TKO, John Cena, and others of using an unlicensed sample to create Cena's theme song, The Time Is Now. The lawsuit claims that the horn-driven intro, which I'm sure you can hear in your head right now, was copied from a 1974 cover recording arranged by the late Pete Schofield. Now, shout out to Edwards, who sent me that Pete Schofield thing. It is exactly the same. Ba-ba-da-ba, ba-ba-da-ba. It is exactly the same, right? The complaint was submitted by Schofield's daughter, Kim Schofield, who says she now owns the copyright to the recording. And the music, she says, is an original arrangement. This case might hinge on whether those horn sections are protectable elements of the Schofield arrangement or unlicensed derivative work. I gotta tell you, man, having heard the original, and it is exactly the same, money needs to be paid here. It really feels like money needs to be paid. Or there's been some miscommunication and they've already paid and something's gone wrong, like lost in translation. I don't know. But, I mean, if they've taken those horns and not paid for it, I mean, it's crazy that it's happening now, right? I don't know why this has come out now, like literally just ahead of his last match. No idea. I mean, that's crazy. Absolutely no idea why, timing-wise, this is happening now. But honestly, if you do hear, and obviously I can't play it because we'll get hit with copyright, but if you do hear the samples, it's exactly the same. It's crazy. So, yeah, I mean, I'll be very interested to see kind of what comes out of that. Okay, let's go into fun, shall we? See what we've got here. This is good. Tony, thank you. She's lost it. Yes, she's lost it. So here is Adam Pearce. Now, this was, I believe, taken from Raw. And you might have missed this because there's a part of this that I didn't quite pick up on Adam Pearce saying, but it's very clear. It's very clear that there is a conspiracy here against Becky. Let's check this out, shall we?
Hey, Eddie, how are you? Look, I know you're going to the ring for your match in a second, but I need a favor, and I need it done discreetly.
I need you to screw over the New Day like we did Becky Lynch.
Sir, easy.
I never picked that up. I need you to screw over the New Day just like you did Becky Lynch. Let's play it again.
And I need it done discreetly.
I need you to screw over the New Day like we did Becky Lynch.
It's right there, innit? It's right there. The proof, the evidence is right there. Since Parasite Pierce did not meet my demands, I have no choice but to release the unedited brackets and very real footage from last night's Monday Night Raw. This was sent to me by an anonymous source who is very smart and a true fan. Because of this bombshell evidence, Pierce must resign now. Every referee involved, not spelt correctly, must be held accountable. Justice now. Becky Lynch is crashing out. and I am here for it. Right, I'm also here for this. Yeah, let's have content creators taking chairs to the back, including me.
You're sewing, right?
Yeah.
Yes!
Blimey now, that was like Shawn Michaels SummerSlam 2005 selling, wasn't it? Blimey now, I'm glad that Randy stopped it. We might still be here like tomorrow with speed still going, so fun though. I'm sure it's a very fun video. Okay, right, Miss Clown, shout out to you. Yeah, this was cool. I've not seen this before. So this is Typhoon Fred Ottman, also Shopmaster, Tugboat, whatever. And look at these little things that he sells. So I'm guessing these are plastic, right? So it's the ice cream bars that's got like the Shopmaster falling through the wall. Yeah, one of the greatest botched moments in the history of wrestling. Tugboat. Typhoon. So it's the ice cream bar. You can see a little, someone's had a nibble in the corner, right? But then it's standing in, look at that, Typhoon logo, a Tugboat hat, a Shockmaster helmet. What a fun little thing to buy if you go and see him, right? I'm guessing these are just all made of plastic. But I saw that, I was like, that is so cool. That is so cool. I'm sure, like, you know, pay a bit more, you get him to sign them as well. I've actually got a signed Shockmaster Mattel figure, which I absolutely love. It was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive one year. So, yeah, really cool. But I've never seen these before. I think these are so clever. Like plastic ice cream bars. So, a lot of people have got fondness for these ice cream bars. They were real, and they were around back in the day. And there's a lot of affection, a lot of nostalgia for those. And then we got this as well. I think this was taken from Logan Paul's vlog. Here is Charles Robinson. Apparently he goes around and hands out cards to everyone in WWE. So Johnny, thank you. Here he is handing one over to Logan.
How are you? Good, brother.
Good to see you.
Good.
Let me give you, I think I have yours.
What is it?
It's my Christmas cards I give out to the whole company every year.
What? You got me
like 450.
You got me a Christmas card?
Yeah, man.
Dude, that's so nice. I knew ever since I saw that video of you running.
That's great. And did you see the Christmas card as well? It's like Christmas story, and it's got, I think that's Charles Robinson. Look at that as a Christmas cards. So there we go. Apparently he writes 450 on each year, hands them out to everyone, and that was the one that he gave to Logan Paul. Very cool. Very cool. Very classy. Right, let's go over to community. Now, we need to be really quick with this because I have absolutely drowned in the amount of people sending in their YouTube recap things. So I've gathered some together, right? I've only been able to gather the ones where, you know, it's like I'm number one on the lists or the channel's number one on people's lists. Because even those, look at all these. Mate, my notifications have melted. My Twitter has melted. I mean, these are the ones where the Wrestling Days channel is number one on people's YouTube recap list, right? I've probably got like double like this where it's number 2, number 3. We'd be sat here for so long. But I do want to say a big thank you. I want to say a big thank you to anyone that's got the Wrestling Days channel in their top 5. You know, I mean, just to feature is incredible. But I've been humbled. Some of the numbers that I am seeing of how many videos you guys watch and have watched in 2025, it's incredible. I mean, there's people with like 100 and some videos, but it's like a Wrestling Days video every other day, or a Wrestling Days video every day. There's some people out there that have watched 500 videos, 600 videos, 700 videos, 800 videos this year, 900 videos this year, 1,000 videos. That'd be like 3 Wrestling Days videos every day. It's crazy. Some of the support from you guys is crazy. There is no way I could thank you all enough. The only thing I could think to do is just put a load in this folder and just kind of blitz through and just say thank you to all you guys. because it's from the heart. I really do mean it. I really do mean it. So thank you to anyone and everyone that's got Wrestling Days in their top 5. Not even that, even if you only watched one video, but thank you to you guys. But all these people, I believe, have got Wrestling Days as their #1 channel on YouTube. So Muggsy, Allison, Bones, Dean K, T-Money, Robbie, Raymond, Whacked Bush, Casey, Nando, KC, Stone Cold Scorp, Mark, Las Vegas Matt, Carl, Gio the Theo, Bleep Bloop Bobbity Boop, Arrows One, Brian, Little Bit of a Fan, JJ, Shaq Diesel, Uncle Revel, Crafty Mom, Ronald Robertson, It's Kaz, Emmanuel, Wrestling Junkie, Junk Wax Obsessed, Dean Parker, Taker 1990, Lisa M, Edward Brown, I Am the Color Red, CM Paul, Decay, Arrows One, Johnny, Big Migs Gaming, Botched Eye Surgery, Silverback, Daboomer 65, Aaron, Matthew, Undeniably Martin, John, Alan, Muhammad Ali, Wrestling Void, Logan's B, Hannah, Tyler, OTC Fan, Shakeem, Bobster, Briggsy, SFG, Wrestling Fan, Boyardi, Enjoyer, DD, shout out to all of you. And as I said, I could have done quadruple that if I'd included everyone that had tagged me with like the YouTube recap thing. Got a couple of names actually of a couple of people that also sent emails. So I did want to read them out. So Spencer Millen and Gabriel Gonzalez, shout out to you guys as well. I mean, honestly, the support is just, it never ceases to amaze. And again, we've got people that have retweeted these videos, these unseens and streams, and just a massive thank you for all the support in 2025. Really looking forward to more fun and good vibes in 2026. So, Emmanuel, Wrestling Warrior, Edwards, Little Bit of a Fan, Armando, Kelly the Wise Lady, MLW Flash, Silverback, Claire, Sweet Jim Wrestling, Raymond, Wrestling's Biggest Fan, Wrestling Void, and, ooh, what's lurking down this? Patrick Smith. Patrick Smith, thank you, my friends. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget, we're back later with SmackDown and the SmackDown Breakdown. Probably another unseen. And then we're back this weekend with NXT Deadline. Really looking forward to that. And we're getting ever closer to John Cena's last match. So much going on. I'm ready for Christmas, to be honest. I'm ready for a lie down and a bit of turkey. But yes, plenty to do before that. So thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Bye for now.